I mean, one important area, one important thing that the investigators, this big search and rescue operation now will focus on are reports that banging was heard in the search area. That yesterday by one of the Canadian search planes, a P3. They've got various ways to investigate the search area through line of sight, through radar, and also through something called sonar buoys, which are listening for sounds underneath the surface. And these sonar buoys picked up the sound of banging at some point yesterday. We don't know for how long they heard it. The bangs came in 30-minute intervals. That sound then went away, and then it came back again about 4 hours later. The US Coastguard, which are leading the search and rescue operation, said that they have relocated some of their remotely operated vehicles, or their remotely operated undersea vehicles, to that area. They're checking it out, but so far no results. But that's one lead they will investigate thoroughly. It's difficult to speak to the significance of it, but they have to check it out. As you say, time is getting really short now. About 24 hours, they estimate, of oxygen and basic energy supplies left in this submersible, the Titan. I can tell you that there are 5 vessels now on site in the search area, 2 Canadian Coast Guard ships. We've also got the Polar Prince. That is the vessel that launched the submersible Titan on Sunday morning. And there are another 5 ships en route. That includes a supply ship called the Horizon Arctic. And we saw it last night being loaded up with equipment that had been brought to St. John's on 3 US military planes. And it looked like they were loading up something called a cradle. Cradles are used to lower remotely operated vehicles into the sea. So they are clearly bringing a lot of kit, specialist equipment into the area. We also know that a French research vehicle should enter into the search area by this evening. Again, they have a sophisticated deep sea autonomous submersible that they could use. So yes, increased sense of urgency here, and the increased deployment of what they call assets, aircraft, ships, these remotely operated vehicles as well.
And John, it takes quite a number of hours to get from where you are to where they think this submersible might be.
That's right. This is a part of the North Atlantic, about 400 miles southeast of here, St. John's, Newfoundland. This is the closest land point to the search area. It's the closest point to the wreck of the Titanic. And I have to tell you that, we've seen expeditions and missions going to this site since 1985. It's, until this point, probably nobody in this community would have raised much of an eyebrow. It has become part of the scene on the ocean here. Wealthy individuals and others going to this site. But it is remote. And what they're doing here is something that's never been done before. A very complicated rescue using very sophisticated equipment. And one of the problems here is nobody's got all of the skills, nobody's got all of the equipment, nobody's got all of the specialist knowledge. No one agency has got it to pull off a rescue like this. So you've got very different actors, government, private, Coast Guard, military. They're trying to work together. They've got to do it in a very short period of time. Well, the time is running out, as we all know.